Hey, what is up, everybody? Back at it again. It's the dude, it's the rebel, the guy that steps to the next level, Mr. Keenan Sargent, aka Geek Dude, Rebel Level 92, Sergeant Crazy, and Mr. KDOGG, K-Dog. Welcome back to another KeeKlip. This is KeeKlip number 5. That's right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here today is going to be the best review and one of my favorite of all things that I bought from the past and now bought it back from the future. So, and this one right here is actually going to be given a special introduction, so bear with me and hopefully it'll be coming out good. In the time of great battle, every warrior is equipped with a weapon, with a sword, warhammer, a shield. Me, I am equipped with the most dangerous weapon of all time, for I know that I'm ready for battle. I bring on the most ultimate weapon that no one can face. My Excalibur, my Holy Grail, presenting the original and the favorite one of all times, the N64. Get in or get out. That's right, the N64, also known as the Nintendo 64. Best console. My favorite console of all times. Why is that? Because of only one thing. 64 bits. Meaning that things were starting to get 3D. Now, this one, I believe, it came out in 1998, I believe. That's like right when I was in kindergarten. Yeah, I was born in 1992. But yeah, this here is one of the most best consoles ever made. I loved it. I always want, because I remember I think the first time I had this, I either had this on Christmas or around my birthday. Now the first games I had were Mario Kart 64, sorry, Glover, and Wave Race. Now if anybody does not know Glover, if you guys played Super Mario 64, you know, that was just a regular walk around the world kind of game. Glover's kind of the same way. I think in a way, that was actually a that wasn't a rare game. That was a Hasbro game, and in a way it was kind of the same. You know, just because you're walking around different worlds and then hitting the end of the port, like hitting the end, and but you're not collecting stars. What you're doing in that one, you're also collecting crystals. But it was still a good game. Wave Race, that was it was a Kawasaki product. You know, you're riding on jet skis. That was pretty cool. I don't know why I sold that. Mainly I don't even know why I sold this, because if this was my favorite console, if you have a favorite console, you don't want to sell it. I mean, favorite video game, you know, that's kind of it's kind of different. But when it came to consoles, and it's still intact and it's still in good shape, you never wanted to give that away, because I remember all the games. But like I said, I had Mario Kart 64, I had Super Mario 64, Glover, Wave Race. What else I have? I had a game called Vigilante 8. It was kind of like Carmageddon. If some of y'all heard it, it's a car combat game. It's real cool. I had Mario Parties. I had Yoshi's Story. I had Superman 64. People said it sucked. I thought it was fun. You know, just picking up cards and just throwing that across and whatever. But still, man, you just flying in that game. My other one, yeah, I had both Bomberman Hero and 64. Kind of like Hero the most. And the one game that actually changed my gaming for life, and my favorite one of all time, even the franchise, Super Smash Brothers. Super Smash Brothers is the biggest game I will play until the day I'm dead. There's not going to be any other game, because you have in there like you have a mix up of a whole lot of Nintendo characters. Of course, you got Mario, you got Donkey Kong, Link, you got Samus Aran, Yoshi, Kirby, Star Fox, and Pikachu. And they came up to 4 secret characters, and that was Jigglypuff, Luigi, Ness from Earthbound, and Captain Falcon from F-Zero. Now, the one thing that actually got me, Captain Falcon, that's probably the first time that's the first time you ever saw him outside of his vehicle. Now, like, you probably didn't I was like, you know, that's kind of weird. You know, they got somebody that's been in a super vehicle throughout time, and now you actually got him in a fighting game. Okay. And then, of course, I think I played this for a little bit. Earthbound. It was kind of like a Zelda Link to the Past type game. That was on Super Nintendo. Of course, you can from Pokemon games like Pokemon Yellow, Blue, and Red, Pokemon Stadium. And of course, you got Luigi. Samus is from Metroid, and so forth. So, but yeah, this right here, this is one of the most recommended consoles that every Nintendo freak should have, because you're not just buying the console just to get new games, but I'm saying every game is 3D. Now, if y'all remember my last clip, I had Star Fox. Now that's actually different from this. Now the Star Fox, if I know where I have it. All right, here we go. Wait a minute. Okay, if y'all remember this, the Star Fox, this is a Super Effects. That's different because, like I said, you can see that little logo. What this one is, they improved it. Now, every Super Nintendo game was in a way pixelated, but you know, it still had like the new dimensions look. But you know, this wasn't really considered 3D. You know what I mean? It was polygon. You know, it looked decent. But then the thing is that it was the speed. Yeah, it was kind of the speed of the game. You know, it was a little bit slow. But then when all of a sudden this came out years later, that's when it started improving. Alright, so let's take a look at this thing. Of course, you have your 4 control ports, and also the logo of the N64. Now, back then, before it was called N64, in the magazine, I believe, they used to call it the Ultra 64, before it was bought out by Nintendo, and of course, I think that was Japanese. And then, of course, right here, that's your on button when you plug it up. And the game goes in here, and on the back, this right here is the battery pack, and this right here is for your AB cables, and this here is the battery pack. It's kind of huge, but you know, kind of makes sense. You know, just to slip right in here. Just okay. I don't have time with this one. Okay, there we go. And then you have your AV cord. Simple as that. And right here, this is something that was actually worth building into a system. And here, probably can see it's a sticker, but inside here, that is known as your expansion pack. Now, the expansion pack is basically the it's the enhancement of your video games. You know, it makes it more faster. You got better quality, and also in some games, you know, like Donkey Kong 64, they said it was supposed to like add features onto the games. Now, what is every Nintendo, or what is every console without these? This right here is the N64 controller. It's kind of, you know, it's this one here is it's basic. You know, you got your 2 hands right here. You know, it's kind of easy to hold. Right there, you got your little back button. This I'll talk about later. You got your L and right buttons. You got your action buttons right here. You got your universal joystick, start button. You got the arrows, and these right here. These are in some games these would be cameras. There could be other stuff. I don't know exactly what it is though, but yeah, like I said, it's a pretty neat controller. Now, this is actually a big part of when they made the N64. This is actually a big part for the product and controller. There's actually some accessories that they came up with the controller. Now, bear with me, because if you think about it, this was actually the this is basically in a way kind of like the console. So just bear with me. Now, there's the things that can go in here is, first off, your memory card. That's basically, you know, saving all your games. That's your It was kind of, I wish I had him too, but it was kind of like probably that big, maybe a little bit that wide. You know, it's kind of small and compact. Just plug it back there, and then you just get it in there while you're playing. I think. They have the Rumble Pack. You know, just when something in the game, you know, feels all rumbly or whatever, you can actually just feel it. That games for that is Star Fox and some other game I forgot to read online. What else they had? Oh, one more is they have what they call. They also had I call it a Game Boy transfer pack. Now, if all Pokemon fans, now of course you play Yellow, you probably play Blue and Red. Now, say for instance you have Pokemon Stadium, you can actually use your Game Boy Pokemon games, put it in the Game Boy Transfer, and then you can use that to transfer your Pokemon onto the N64. You know, just for battle out. Now I'm thinking like, okay, that's kind of a good game, you know, to transfer whatever. You know, it's kind of compatible, and I don't know if there's any other games that probably did it, but Pokemon knows the main one. Now, and also one more Pokemon game, and then also the other accessory. If y'all remember Hey You Pikachu, that was the first ever game where it used the mic, and I think that's the first console or system that ever put in a mic. And then I know GameCube and Wii did in the future, but there was a device. It's called a VCU. It was a voice something unit. That was a microphone. It was like I think you could like hook. I think you could hook onto the controller, I believe. But I know when I had Hey You Pikachu, I had I think I had like a regular microphone like it did on the commercial. The game was kind of. It was kind of hard to control, you know. I mean, I really couldn't control Pikachu. I think it had to be certain things you have to say or whatever. But yeah, like I said, all in all, this right here will always be my favorite console. Now I only got a couple of games on it so far, but you know, hopefully in the future I'll get more. But still, this will be my baby. This will be my weapon of choice. Once again, 3D, enhanced 3D, also with the expansion pack, so there's gonna be more quality. So that is it that I have for the review today. I will on my next clip I will do a N64 game. I'll either do Star Wars Episode 1 Racers, WWF Warzone, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, or South Park. And that will be a surprise. And so like and comment on the video. I also got it on Facebook. I also probably put up a little clip on Instagram and probably upload the clip on Twitter. Sorry. You can follow me Instagram and Twitter. You can follow me DudeLevel92, Facebook King Sargent. Yep, and it'll be uploaded soon, hopefully. And so this dude will see y'all when he wants to see y'all again. Peace out.